Hi, my name is Sarah Wamira, and I'm here to talk to you today about blood donation. So, according to the American Red Cross, every 2 seconds, someone in the United States needs a blood transfusion. So that means that the United States needs more than 41,000 blood donors every single day to donate blood. And that's a really significant number. And unfortunately, a lot of the time, our blood banks are really low because we don't have enough donations to fulfill the needs that we have. And especially like if there's a natural disaster or a bad accident, something like that, we need lots more donors to come and help. So donation is really needed. So AABB is an organization that helps kind of communicate between donors and these patients who are receiving the transfusions. So AABB, they state that they consist of nearly 2,000 institutions, and these institutions are different blood donation centers across the country. So that means that since there's 2,000, that almost every city has one, or there's one within reach for donors to go to. And most of these donation centers will have some sort of mobile donation center as well, so they can go to businesses or churches or schools, things like that, to help go out to the community so donors don't necessarily have to go to the centers. So there's different types of blood donation. So according to United Blood Services, whole blood donation is the most common. That's probably what everyone's heard of. And whole blood donation, anyone can donate. It doesn't matter what kind of blood type you have. O negative is the most frequently used for transfusions just because any blood type can take that, but anyone can donate blood, it doesn't matter. But additionally, there's also plasma and platelets that can be donated, and both of those are really important. It depends on who the patient is and what they need, and so donors should go and donate any of those things. So patients need different types of, or need blood transfusions for different reasons, and the National Blood, Heart, and Lung Institute has a list of different reasons. So the most common ones are injuries, surgery, and then disease. So injuries such as natural disaster or car accidents, things like that. So recently, the earthquake in Nepal, that's a good example. Surgery, it doesn't matter what kind of surgery, a lot of the time the patients will lose blood, and so they need blood transfusions. And then disease, so sickle cell disease, cancer, those are the two diseases that require their patients to have blood transfusions regularly. So the problem with donations or with donors. So according to the American Red Cross, although an estimated 38% of the US population is eligible to donate, less than 10% actually do each year. And they also said that 96% of the population in America is relying on 4% to donate. So we need donors, we need more people to stand up and to donate, even though they might be scared of needles or afraid to give back. But since only 38% of the US is eligible to donate, I'm going to go through some of the requirements or eligibility requirements to donate blood. So according to the University of California in San Francisco, these are some of the common qualifications that you have to meet. So you have to be a certain height, you have to be a certain weight, you have to be at least 18 or 16 with parental consent. And then they look at your medical history and your travel history. So if you have different diseases or different sicknesses, that kind of thing, you're not able to donate blood. And then also depending on where you travel. But something to remember with traveling is if you're able to donate and then you go maybe to a country where whenever you come back to America you're not supposed to donate, that's only for like a 2 to 3 year period depending on where you've been. That doesn't mean like for the rest of your life you can't donate. And that's a common misconception that people have. They think once they've traveled somewhere and they're off the donor list, that doesn't mean that they can't go back on later. So this is a video that kind of shows a common ad for blood donation. So watch that. So that's kind of a common blood donation ad campaign. And The problem with this is that it addresses lots of fears that people have, but it doesn't show the positive light that blood donation has. And so one way to increase people's participation as blood donors is to show a positive light on blood donation. So to share stories with real people and put a face and a name with these stories so that people understand that they're making an impact on people's lives. And another way is to aim these campaigns on students in high school, so right whenever they're turning 18 or 16 with parental consent, that they start donating. That way they know that it's not that hard. It only takes about an hour, according to United Blood Services, to go from the time you walk in the door and complete your interview to the time you sit down in the chair and donate, and then the observation period. So if students understand that at a young age, then they'll be more likely to keep donating for the rest of their lives. And so another thing to remember is that a lot of the time these donation centers are small, and so they may not have the means or the funds to hire a full-time employee to work with campaign or marketing. So maybe these donation centers can have interns or someone who they don't have to pay as a full-time employee, but who can come and help promote and work to go talk to high school students and to market. So donating blood is extremely important because you never know, maybe one day you will need a blood transfusion. So if you're able to donate, you should, and we should market these to young students and show it in a positive light. Thank you.